guys will get going on Wednesday. What's it always feel like this time of year?
No, I mean, it's always exciting. I think anxious a little bit from a player's perspective, probably nervous from a coaching perspective because you don't feel like you're totally ready. I mean, I don't think there's a coach in the country who first day feels like his team's ready to actually play. And I fall into that category. So, it'll be good to get started. It's time to get into the mode of preparation for somebody else. It's good to turn the TV on at noon and see some games on TV.
Very different sense of urgency going into this game, knowing like there's no ease into the season. You got one game to play, and then you're right into a real tough test.
I mean, we try to treat every game the same. It doesn't matter who we play. The preparation doesn't change. We're going to give everything we have to the preparation for South Dakota, and when that game's over, we'll turn our attention onto the next one. But I think you have to prepare your team that way. They have to understand that details matter regardless of who you're playing.
Have you had to preach that a little bit more with so many newcomers this year?
I mean, they'll figure it out in a hurry. But this is the first one, and we did a little bit of a prep with Iowa State. We went through Colorado State more like a normal, regular season game, so they could see what a scouting report looks like leading up to a game. Hopefully we got that down and we're ready to go today.
Obviously, still a lot to figure out, but how are you seeing guys be unselfish among so much depth and just embracing individual roles?
Yeah, I mean, it's been okay so far, but we haven't played a game that counts. So, we'll find out when that time comes. The exhibition games, I kind of substitute very freely. Some guys got more minutes than they're probably normally going to get. Some didn't get as many as they're normally going to get. That's going to be kind of a game-by-game, matchup-by-matchup decisions that we're going to make. I think they understand that this team has a lot of depth, and the days of guys playing 37 minutes are probably over.
When I talked to you at Media Day, you described preseason like the stock market with guys' stocks going up and down. There's a lot of guys up right now after a month.
Yeah, I mean, it's that goes in waves. Sometimes guys are having a great week, and sometimes they're a little bit off. But for the most part, we've seen the natural progression that we would hope for. The issue is just with so many new guys, there's going to be mistakes, and there's going to be times in games that we don't know that we don't look like we know what the heck we're doing, and because those times are happening in practice, and that's typical with new guys. It's going to be commonplace when you have several new guys on the floor at the same time, and there could be times where we've got a whole lineup out there, virtually 4 of the 5 guys that are new.
Like South Dakota likes to run a lot, to score a lot, not turn it over. What's the key to playing a team like that?
Yeah, I think first of all you got to handle their full court pressure. That's different than what we've seen. So we have to be ready for that. We got a couple days to prepare. You want to attack it, but at the same time you don't want to allow it to speed you up so much that you're taking the shots that they want you to take versus the shots that we want to take. And then we've got to guard them in transition. We got to keep them off the free throw line. They do a great job of making a quick decision when they catch the ball, whether with a shot or a rip to the basket. They utilize the shot fake extremely well, and as a result, they get to the free throw line a lot. And that's a battle that we not only need to win this game, we need to win that every game.
Is it always special when you get that home opener, that first crowd again?
Yeah, it's always fun. Obviously, I've been doing this a long time, and the anticipation leading up to the first game is the same as it's been for each of the other 34, 35 years, whatever it's been. So we're excited to get going. We still have a lot of room to grow as a team, and we understand that and get that. But we've got to have some of these guys on a fast track as well.
Talk about the depth. Have you had any initial redshirt conversations with anybody yet?
I mean, we've had some. Nothing is finalized, and I'm not sure it's going to be finalized even this week. You got to kind of take a wait and see approach. It's too late in the season, I think, to make a definitive decision. We'll kind of wait and see.
Obviously, Wednesday may need a little bit more for Josh Dix being from around these parts. Have you had any conversations with him about what Wednesday can mean?
I think he's just excited to be able to play in front of his family. They can make a 10-minute drive instead of a 3-hour drive. And I think he's excited to have them as part of this. But he's played in a lot of big games. He's seen a lot of big moments as a college basketball player, and I think he's ready for it.
A couple more for Coach.
You said you're used to the season every year. It's kind of the same, but obviously there's a lot of changes this year. Can you characterize as a whole how unique the start of this season and this offseason's been for you as a head coach?
Yeah, it's been very unique because of the number of new guys. And we probably haven't been able to move through practice with the pace that we have in terms of what we've added and when we feel comfortable with what we've added, that they've got it where we can move on to something different. And now you add to it. Now the practices become less taxing physically, but they become more taxing mentally because you add a layer of understanding the game plan and executing the game plan to what we're trying to do. And a lot of these new guys are still trying to remember, where am I supposed to go in this play and when am I supposed to go there? And now you add the layer of, all right, here's what we have to do that's specific to South Dakota to be successful. So, that can be challenging, and hopefully our guys can do it.
Saw Owen and Jackson work off some of that rust in that CSU game. Where are those guys at heading into the season?
Yeah, I think Jackson has made good progress. Owen has made progress. I don't think he's certainly a long ways from being there. I'm not sure he's going to practice today, so we'll see what tomorrow brings. But they've, since the Colorado State game, I think there's been some positive strides.
All right, thanks.
I think they've been doing an amazing job. Honestly, they're all, really talented, so they pick up things quick. So I think that's been good. And the season is starting. Obviously we can improve a lot. Everybody can be better than they are already. So it's going to be excited to see how far we can go and what we can do with that.
Two more.
Matt, can do you guys any favors? You go to Gonzaga for your second game. How big is Wednesday to really in an actual game setting find out who you guys are before you go face a test like that?
I mean, it's really important to come out tomorrow and show what we're about, and just kind of let everybody know that we are the team this year. So set the tone, as they say. So I think that's going to be the most important thing coming into those later tough games, especially that game on the road against Gonzaga.
Your favorite American holiday so far? I think you've been here for a full calendar.
Yeah. I'd say Thanksgiving.
Okay.
A lot of good food, yeah.
What's your favorite dish? Your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
I'd say turkey. Sometimes it can be dry, so you gotta make sure it's prepared well. Yeah.
Excitement level like just playing a city you're so familiar with on Wednesday night.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting. Coming back home for my final year of eligibility. It's definitely exciting. I feel like we got a really good team, so we can do a lot of special things this year.
How many people you expect to be here on Wednesday?
A lot. I mean, I know a lot of my family's coming. I got a lot of family members that will be here. They all bought season tickets. So, but I think just the crowd-wise, I think hopefully there's a lot. I think we got a good team, so it should be entertaining.
How valuable were those exhibitions for you and the other newcomers, just to kind of learn just everything that the coaching staff expects from Creighton basketball players?
Oh yeah, it was definitely important, to get in kind of a routine before the games, and during the game just be out there, against somebody else besides ourselves. I feel like that was very important. We learned a lot as a team and what we kind of got to do, and yeah, it was good.
Josh, I asked Fedor the same thing. You guys will have kind of the South Dakota game, and then you go to Gonzaga. Mac didn't do you guys any favors with the schedule this year. How important is it for you guys in your first actual 40 minutes of basketball to figure out who you are before you can face a test like that?
Oh yeah, it's definitely important. We want to make sure that we're hitting, everything that we need. We need to be good in ball screen coverage, push the pace and push the tempo, and just playing selfish, which I'm not worried about. But yeah, just being good and learning from that game will definitely help us at Gonzaga.
What do you expect from South Dakota? They like to get up and down the floor, love the press. What do you expect from Wednesday?
Fast tempo game. I think it should be fun, and we've conditioned a lot, so I think we'll be ready for that.
Creighton has one of the best atmospheres in college basketball. What are you excited about wearing that blue and white and running out here for the first time in front of that crowd?
Oh yeah, it'll be exciting. I think our whole team's ready, but for me, it's definitely exciting. Being from here, I grew up coming to games and stuff, so that would be it was kind of a dream as a kid, so it'll be a dream come true for sure.
When was the last time you were in here? Do you remember the last game?
We played here my sophomore year, so 2 years ago. It was pretty electric.
You were named to the Naismith preseason watch list today. What's an honor like that mean to you? I know you have to go earn it, obviously, over the next few months, but to just even be viewed in that regard.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but, I think, a lot of it has been my previous coaches and teammates. They helped me a lot, and, they paved the way, and, the coaches here and my teammates here, have helped a lot, and, I won't win that award without them, so, it's not really an individual award at all.
Anything else?